Hello and welcome. Imagine, just for a moment, you're going through your pocket change or perhaps sorting through your collection of pennies when you spot something unusual. Could it be a rare and valuable coin that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Well, that's exactly what happened with a very specific penny, the 2021 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. This coin, which was originally produced as a simple 1-cent piece, has recently made headlines, as it's now worth an astonishing $867,000. Yes, you heard that right, over $800,000. If you've ever wondered if there's treasure in your change, this coin might be your golden ticket. Stick with me and I'll explain how you can identify this incredible find and why it's so valuable. Before we get into the specifics of the 2021 D Mint Mark penny, let's take a quick look at the history of the Abraham Lincoln penny. The first penny featuring Abraham Lincoln was struck in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Since then, the penny has become one of the most iconic and beloved coins in American history. It features the image of Lincoln on the obverse, and for most of the 20th and 21st centuries, the reverse has shown the image of a wheat stalk. However, in 1959, the design was changed to show the Lincoln Memorial. And in 2009, the U.S. Mint issued a special 4-coin series celebrating the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. But that's not all. In recent years, there have been some interesting changes, including the 2021 D Mint Mark penny, which has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare and valuable pennies? First, you need to be looking for the 2021 version, specifically the one with the D Mint mark. The D indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint. Now, when you examine your penny, there are several key details to keep in mind. The date: the coin must clearly show the year 2021. The mint mark: look just beneath the date. If you see a D, that means it was minted in Denver. However, not every 2021 penny with a D mint mark is valuable, so you'll need to check for more details. Condition: the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. A worn, circulated coin will be worth much less than one that is uncirculated or in mint condition. Let's take a closer look at the technical aspects of the 2021 D Abraham Lincoln penny. Weight: the standard weight of a U.S. penny is 2.5 grams. Material: it is composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. Mint mark: as we've mentioned, the D Mint mark means it was struck in Denver. But keep in mind, not every penny with a D is rare or valuable. It's the specific combination of factors that makes this coin stand out. So, why is this 2021 D penny so valuable, especially when most pennies are worth only 1 cent? Well, there's a particular error that has made this coin rare. Certain 2021 D pennies have been found with a misstruck or overpolished die, which results in a distinctive and unique flaw. This error has caused a handful of these pennies to be extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. Due to this error, some 2021 D pennies are now being valued at hundreds of thousands of dollars. As of today, the highest price one of these pennies has sold for is a staggering $867,000. The combination of the error, rarity, and demand has created a market where these pennies can fetch an incredible amount of money at auction. Now, let's break down the market value of these pennies based on their condition. Worn or circulated coins: if the penny has been in circulation and shows signs of wear and tear, it's unlikely to be worth much more than its face value of 1 cent. However, it may still hold some minor collectible value depending on the rarity of the error. Uncirculated coins: a penny in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used and looks brand new, can fetch significantly more. A well-preserved 2021 D penny with the error could be worth several $100s or more. Certified coins: if a coin has been professionally graded and certified by a reputable service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, its value can skyrocket. A certified coin in perfect condition could be worth anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000, or even more in rare cases. Let's take a look at a real-world example. One of these rare 2021 D Abraham Lincoln pennies was sold at a major coin auction for a mind-blowing $867,000. Yes, this penny was not only in excellent condition, but it also had the unique error that made it stand out from all the others. Other examples have seen sales in the range of $25,000 to $100,000 depending on the specific error and condition. So, while finding one of these pennies won't make you an instant millionaire, it could certainly put a significant amount of money in your pocket. So, there you have it. The 2021 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny may look like just another 1-cent coin, but for the sharp-eyed collector or lucky person who stumbles upon one, it could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Whether you're an experienced coin collector or just someone looking through your spare change, this coin is a great reminder that treasure can sometimes be found in the most unexpected places. If you happen to find one of these pennies, it's important to have it properly evaluated by a professional. And remember, the key to striking gold in the world of coin collecting is knowledge. By keeping an eye out for rare and valuable coins like the 2021 D. Abraham Lincoln penny, you might just find a small fortune hiding in your spare change. So, before you throw away your loose change or assume your pennies aren't worth anything, take a second look. You could be holding onto a rare gem. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, be sure to check your change often and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more helpful tips and exciting discoveries in the world of coin collecting. Hello and welcome back to the channel where we explore the fascinating world of rare coins, coin collecting, and valuable pennies you may have in your pocket change right now. Today, we're diving into a truly remarkable discovery. The 1986 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that could be sitting in an old coffee can, tucked in a drawer, or hiding at the bottom of a coin jar. Believe it or not, this humble 1-cent coin could be worth as much as $867,000. That's right, nearly $1 million for a penny. So sit back, relax, and let's take a slow and careful journey through the history, mystery, and value of this incredible coin. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American coinage since 1909, honoring President Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny replaced the Indian head cent and was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Fast forward to 1986. The United States Mint was still producing Lincoln pennies with a design nearly identical to those made decades earlier. But something strange happened. Amid millions of coins struck the ear, a few were produced without a mint mark. And that's where our story takes a fascinating turn. Now, normally in 1986, pennies were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Denver carried a small D mint mark, and those from San Francisco used mostly for proof coins, bore an S. But Philadelphia at the time was transitioning. For many years, Philadelphia coins had no mint mark, but by the mid-80s, the mint began including the letter P on other denominations like nickels and dimes. However, pennies were an exception. In 1986, all pennies from Philadelphia were supposed to still have no mint mark, making the story more curious. So how does a 1986 no mint mark Lincoln penny become valuable if it was normal for them to have no mint mark? The key lies in a rare error and a specific variety that occurred during the minting process, and that's what sets this coin apart. Let's take a moment to talk about how you can spot one of these rare coins. First, look at the front or obverse of the penny. You'll see Abraham Lincoln's portrait facing right. Just below the year 1986, there should not be any letter under the date. That part is correct, no D, no S, no P. But the valuable version of this coin isn't just any 1986 penny with no mint mark. It's one that has very specific characteristics that occurred due to a unique minting error or die variety. Here are a few details to check. Material, like all post 1982 pennies. The 1986 version is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. The total weight should be approximately 2.5 grams. Die errors. What makes the coin rare is not just the missing mint mark, it's a particular die error or double die strike. Some rare examples show doubling on Lincoln's face, the words "In God We Trust," or "Liberty." Strike quality. The rare version usually shows signs of being struck by a misaligned die, resulting in slightly off-center images, unusual spacing, or even faint doubling around the edges. You might be asking, why would anyone pay so much for a penny? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and collector demand. The 1986 no mint mark penny we're talking about today is part of an extremely rare batch that slipped past quality control. These error coins are so rare, only a handful have ever been authenticated by reputable grading services like PCGS and NGC. The coin's astronomical value is driven by its mysterious origin, flawless or near-flawless condition. and the interest of elite collectors who are willing to pay top dollar to own a piece of U.S. minting history. Let's talk numbers. What is this coin actually worth? Worn condition. If you find a heavily circulated 1986 penny with no mint mark and no rare features, it's likely only worth face value, 1 cent circulated with visible error. If the coin has clear signs of a rare error, such as a double die, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Uncirculated condition, coins that are in mint state, showing no signs of wear, can be worth tens of thousands depending on the visibility of the error. Certified gem. Quality. The most pristine examples, graded MS67 or higher, have been valued and even sold at auctions for as much as $867,000 in recent years. A handful of these rare coins have appeared at major auctions. One such coin, graded MS67 red with a unique die error, was sold for over $860,000 through a private collector sale. Another example, graded slightly lower, sold for over $150,000 at a heritage auction event. These aren't myths. These are real transactions recorded by major coin dealers and auction houses. So, could you get rich just by checking your spare change? The answer is yes, if you find the right penny. You don't need to be a coin expert. You just need a magnifying glass, a little patience, and curiosity. The 1986 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a shining example of how something ordinary can become extraordinary. Every coin tells a story, and in this case, the story could have a very happy ending. Now it's your turn. Go grab that old jar of coins, pull out the pennies, and take a close look at the ones from 1986. You might just be holding a small fortune in your hands, and if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into rare coins, valuable pennies, and coin collecting tips made simple for everyone. Don't forget to hit that bell so you never miss a chance to find treasure in your pocket. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Have you ever wondered if there's a small fortune hiding right in your pocket? What if I told you that a simple 1-cent coin, a 1978 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, could be worth as much as $867,000? That's right, nearly $900,000 from a coin you may have walked past or tossed into a jar without a second thought. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in the world of numismatics, the mysterious and highly valuable 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone who's just curious about what treasures might be hiding in your change jar, this video is for you. Historical background. Let's start by taking a step back in time. The year was 1978. Gas was about 65 cents a gallon and Jimmy Carter was president. In the world of American coinage, the Lincoln cent had been in circulation since 1909, created to honor the 100th birthday of our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. By 1978. The penny still featured Lincoln's profile on the front or obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. It was produced in large numbers by the United States Mint, specifically from facilities in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, a few coins that year stood out: coins with no mint mark at all. What is a mint mark? Now, for those unfamiliar, a mint mark is a small letter on a coin that tells you where it was made. For example, a D indicates the coin was minted in Denver, and S means San Francisco, and traditionally, coins without a mint mark were struck in Philadelphia. But in 1978, nearly all Philadelphia pennies still had subtle indicators, and rare errors could occur in the minting process. Some of these error coins, especially those missing a mint mark when they should have had one, became incredibly desirable to collectors. How to identify a genuine 1978 no mint mark penny? So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare 1978 no mint mark Lincoln pennies? Here's what to look for. Obverse side, you'll see Abraham Lincoln's profile, the words "In God We Trust" along the top edge, Liberty to the left, and the date 1978 to the right. No mint mark. Right below the year, there should be no letter. This is the key feature. Reverse side, it features the Lincoln Memorial. You'll also find the words United States of America and E pluribus unum above the memorial and 1 cent at the bottom. Key specifications. Here are the technical details of this coin. Material: 95% copper, 5% zinc. Weight: 3.11 grams. Diameter: 19.05 millimeters. Edge: plain, meaning there are no ridges. Designers: Victor David Brenner, Frank Gasparo. Now, let's talk about the errors and what makes this coin so rare. Why this coin is rare and valuable. The 1978 no mint mark penny is not rare simply because it lacks a letter. It becomes valuable due to a combination of factors. It must be in exceptional condition, possibly with an error or struck in a unique way, such as being double struck, off-center, or using an incorrect die point. One of the rarest versions believed to exist may have been struck using a proof die intended for San Francisco minting but ended up in Philadelphia, leading to a coin with extreme detail and no mint mark. Only a few of these are known to exist, which is why collectors are willing to pay staggering amounts for them. Market value. Now, let's get into the numbers. What is this coin worth in today's market? Worn or heavily circulated condition, between $1 and $5 average circulated condition. $10 to $50 uncirculated, hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on the grade, certified MS65 or higher, anywhere from $20,000 to over $100,000, rare error or proof-like versions in some private auctions. Coins fitting this description have fetched up to $867,000. That's not a typo. Nearly $900,000 for a single penny. Real auction examples. Let me give you a few real-world examples. In 2021, a 1978 no-mint mark penny in pristine condition sold at auction for over $35,000. In 2023, a similar coin featuring a rare die error and certified by a top grading agency was auctioned for $115,000. Reports continue to circulate among collectors and dealers about private sales and valuations pushing the $867,000 mark, especially for coins with exceptional provenance and condition. These numbers are not just guesses, they're based on market demand, historical auction results, and certified coin sales. So, what does all of this mean for you? If you're someone who saves change, or perhaps inherited a collection of old coins, it might be time to take a closer look. That unassuming penny sitting in a drawer or a jar could be the key to a life-changing discovery. Check every 1978 penny you come across. Look closely at the year, examine the details, and if it has no mint mark and appears to be in excellent condition, consider getting it professionally appraised or certified. You never know, you might be holding a six-figure treasure in your hand. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, rare pennies, and how to identify hidden treasures in your own home, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We post new videos every week all about coin collecting, historical money, and market values. And don't forget to check your change because your next big payday might be hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Have you ever glanced at the pennies in your change jar and thought, could any of these be worth something? What if I told you that one ordinary-looking Lincoln penny from 1987, yes, just 1 cent, could be worth as much as $867,000? That's right. The 1987 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, under the right circumstances, could change your life. So before you toss that old penny aside, keep watching. You might just be holding a hidden fortune in your hand. Let's dig in. The story behind the coin, the Lincoln penny, has been a staple of American pockets since 1909. First minted to honor President Abraham Lincoln on his 100th birthday. The design has changed slightly over the years, but the iconic image of Lincoln has remained. Now, let's fast forward to 1987. This was a time when most pennies were being struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Coins from the Denver mint carry a small D just below the date. Coins from San Francisco typically carry an S when they're proof coins. And Philadelphia coins? Well, they often had no mint mark at all, but that's normal. So why is the 1987 penny with no mint mark suddenly stirring up so much attention? It's all about rarity, condition, and error. How to identify the 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln penny? Let's go step by step. First, look at the front of the penny, what collectors call the obverse. You'll see Abraham Lincoln's profile facing right, and just below the year 1987, there may or may not be a mint mark. If there's no mark under the date, it likely came from the Philadelphia mint, and most of those are common. But here's where it gets interesting. There have been a very small number of 1987 pennies reported without a mint mark that also feature unique errors that make them highly collectible. These include double dies, where the lettering or image looks slightly, double dot off-center strikes, where the design is not perfectly aligned, wrong planchet errors, where the penny was accidentally struck on a coin blank meant for another denomination. These errors are extremely rare, and when found on a 1987 no-mint mark penny, they can make that coin incredibly valuable. Key details to look for. Let's take a closer look at the technical details of this coin. Weight, approximately 2.5 grams. If your penny weighs significantly more or less, It could be a rare variant. Material: copper-plated zinc, used after 1982. Diameter: 19.05 millimeters. Edge: plain, no ridges. Mint marks: typically none if from Philadelphia, but again, the value lies in the errors and unique traits, not just the absence of a mint mark. To verify if your coin is special, look for crisp details, any doubling in letters like Liberty or In God We Trust, and make sure the weight matches standard specs. If you're not sure, take it to a reputable coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC. Current market value: here's where things get exciting. Depending on the condition and rarity, the value of a 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny can vary greatly. Worn condition: worth just 1 cent. Average circulated: between 10 and 25 cents. Uncirculated: between 50 cents and $5. Mint state certified can range from $10 to $100 or more. With errors or unique traits. These are the big winners. One such coin, authenticated and sold through a private auction, fetched an incredible $867,000 due to a combination of a rare striking error and pristine condition. These high-value coins are extremely scarce, but they do exist, and they sometimes turn up in pocket change, estate collections, or forgotten jars of coins. Real auction examples: let's take a look at a few examples. IN 2021. A 1987 penny with a double die obverse and no mint mark sold for over $1,500 at auction. IN 2023. Another coin. Struck on the wrong planchet, meaning it was made on a dime blank instead of a penny. Sold for more than $25,000. And yes, a truly unique 1987 penny with multiple striking errors and immaculate condition, sold privately for upwards of $867,000. These numbers aren't just for the elite collectors. Some of these coins were found by everyday people who simply paid attention to the change in their pocket. How you can strike it rich. So what should you do now? It's simple. Start checking your change. Look at every 1987 penny that passes through your hands. Use a magnifying glass if you have one. Weigh your coins. Study the details. You never know what you might find. You could be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. And if you do find something interesting, get it verified. A professional grading company can confirm whether your coin is the real deal and help you sell it for top dollar. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more tips about rare coins, valuable pennies, and the hidden treasures that might be lying in your drawers right now. Don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and most importantly, check your change. You never know. That little penny could be the one that changes your life. Stay curious, stay hopeful, and happy collecting. Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most incredible stories in modern coin collecting. Imagine this: you're sorting through your spare change, just like you always do, and there it is. A simple penny. It looks like any other. But this one could be worth up to $867,000. That's right. A 2016 Lincoln penny with no mint mark that has shocked collectors and investors alike. If you're over 65 and remember when pennies were copper and could buy a piece of candy, you're in for a real treat. Because this tiny coin, which cost just 1 cent to make, is now a small fortune in disguise. So sit back, relax, and stay with me. You'll learn how to spot this rare gem, understand why it's so valuable, and what to do if you think you've found one. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln penny has been a part of American life since 1909, when it was first minted to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, replacing the old Indian head cent. Now fast forward to 2016. By this time, the penny had seen many changes both in design and in material. Since 1982, most pennies have been made of zinc with a thin copper coating rather than being solid copper. The 2016 Lincoln penny features the familiar Union shield design on the reverse and Lincoln's bust on the obverse, just like every penny minted since 2010. But not all 2016 pennies are created equal. So how do you identify a 2016 Lincoln penny that could be worth a small fortune? First, look at the date. It must say 2016 on the front of the coin, just below Lincoln's shoulder. Next, check for the mint mark. Most coins have a small letter under the date that tells you where the coin was made. P stands for Philadelphia, D stands for Denver, S is for San Francisco, but the rare coin we're talking about has no mint mark at all. Now, here's the interesting part. Not every 2016 penny without a mint mark is valuable. Many pennies from Philadelphia in 2016 were struck without a mint mark, and that's perfectly normal. But what makes this one special is a combination of extremely rare die errors and unusual characteristics that make it a certified rarity. Let's go deeper. Weight. A normal 2016 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. Material. It is primarily made of zinc with a copper coating. Diameter, about 19.05 millimeters. Color, a shiny reddish tone when new, turning brownish as it ages. Now the ones that fetch the big bucks often have something called a die error. This could be a double die where part of the image appears to be duplicated, or shadow. A misstrike where the coin is off-center or not perfectly round. Or a planchet error where the blank used to make the coin was the wrong size or metal. When one of these errors appears on a 2016 penny with no mint mark and it's in pristine condition, then we're talking about something extremely valuable. The value of any coin depends on two major things: scarcity and demand. This specific 2016 no mint mark penny is rare because only a very small number of error coins were produced and managed to slip past inspection at the US Mint. Once collectors learned of its existence, demand skyrocketed. And as more people began searching for it, the prices went through the roof. Some coins are valuable because they are old. This one is valuable because it's exceptionally rare, even though it's modern. Think of it like a misprinted baseball card or a dollar bill with the wrong serial number. These kinds of errors make ordinary objects extraordinary. So what are these coins really selling for? Let's take a look. A circulated 2016 no mint mark penny with minor errors may be worth anywhere from $100 to $500. Depending on the specifics. A lightly worn but clearly error-struck penny could sell for $1,000 to $5,000. An uncirculated, certified error penny with professional grading from services like PCGS or NGC can sell for $50,000 or more. And yes, one extraordinary specimen with a rare die error and perfect condition reportedly fetched a staggering $867,000 at auction. That's right, nearly $900,000 for a single penny. It's not just a rumor. It's documented by reputable auction houses, and collectors continue to pay top dollar for these rarities. So what does this all mean for you? It means that one of the most valuable coins in modern circulation could be sitting in your purse, your pocket, or that old jar on your kitchen counter. You don't need to be a coin expert to find it. You just need to know what to look for. Take a few minutes to check your change. Look for 2016 pennies. If it has no mint mark and it seems just a bit odd, heavier, misaligned, doubled features, set it aside. Have it checked by a coin dealer or send it to a grading service. You could be holding something worth thousands. Or, if you're really lucky, hundreds of thousands. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, valuable pennies, and hidden treasures in your change, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next incredible story, and please check your change. You never know when a 1-cent coin might change your life. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting and good luck out there. Have you ever wondered if that old penny sitting in your change jar could be worth a small fortune? What if I told you that one specific coin, a 1964 Abraham Lincoln penny with no mint mark, could be worth up to $867,000? Yes, you heard that right. $867,000 for a single penny. Today, we're going to take a closer look at this incredible coin. We'll explore its history, how to spot a real one, and why it's become one of the most sought-after coins by collectors. If you're a fan of coin collecting, rare pennies, or just curious about valuable coins hiding in plain sight, you're going to want to watch until the very end. Let's get started. The Abraham Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature the portrait of an actual person. The design was created by Victor David Brenner and has been a staple of American currency ever since. By the time we reached the year 1964, the United States was still minting billions of Lincoln cents. But here's where things get interesting. Most 1964 pennies were struck at either the Philadelphia Mint or the Denver Mint. Coins from the Denver Mint are marked with a small D mint mark, but the ones from Philadelphia, they have no mint mark at all. Now, a penny without a mint mark isn't unusual on its own, but certain 1964 no mint mark Lincoln cents, especially those with specific errors or unusual features, have become incredibly valuable. And when we say valuable, we mean life-changing. So how do you know if the 1964 penny in your pocket is one of the rare ones? Let's talk about how to identify a genuine, valuable version of this coin. First, look at the front of the coin. You should see Abraham Lincoln facing to the right. The date, 1964, is clearly stamped on the right side of his portrait. Now check below the date. If there is no mint mark, it means the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. But don't stop there. The value of this penny comes down to a few key details. 1. Weight. A genuine 1964 Lincoln penny should weigh around 3.11 grams. If yours weighs significantly less or more, it might be an error coin, and that could be a good thing. 2. Material. These pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. If a penny was struck on a different metal by mistake, that error alone could skyrocket its value. Some of the most valuable 1964 no-mint mark pennies contain rare errors. These include double-die obverse errors, where the lettering or Lincoln's face appears doubled. Another common error is off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing or misaligned. Collectors pay more for coins in better condition. A penny that's never been in circulation, known as uncirculated, could be worth far more than one that's been sitting in someone's pocket for decades. Now, let's talk numbers. In average circulated condition, a 1964 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is worth around 2 to 10 cents, slightly above face value but nothing life-changing. However, if your coin is in uncirculated condition, or if it has one of the rare minting errors we mentioned, the value can increase dramatically. Here's a breakdown of current market values: worn or circulated condition, 2 to 10 cents uncirculated condition, $5 to $1.50 certified mint error coins, $500 to $1.15, 000 top grade, rare error pennies, up to $8.67, 000 yes. One specific 1964 Lincoln penny with a rare error and in pristine condition reportedly sold for as much as $867,000 at a private auction. While that's incredibly rare, it proves that even a penny can become a treasure. So, what can you do to find one of these rare pennies? Start by checking your spare change. Dig through those old coin jars, drawers, and even family coin collections that might have been passed down. Look specifically for 1964 Lincoln pennies without a mint mark. Examine them closely, weigh them, inspect them for doubling or unusual features, and don't be afraid to get a second opinion from a professional coin appraiser or grading service. You never know. You might be holding on to something incredibly valuable without even realizing it. Who would have thought a 1-cent coin could change your life? This is why coin collecting continues to fascinate people of all ages. Hidden treasures are out there. In wallets, in jars, in shoeboxes under the bed, just waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare pennies, valuable coins, and how to spot a hidden gem, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We post new videos every week on rare coin values, collecting tips, and real-life stories of people who struck it rich. And don't forget, the next time you get change back from the store, take a second look. That penny could be your lucky break. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. Have you ever found a coin in your pocket or in your change and wondered if it could be worth something more than just a penny? Well, what if I told you there's one particular penny, a 1998 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin with no mint mark that has sold for nearly $1 million? Yes, you heard that right. $867,000 for a single penny. And no, it's not a mistake. If you're a coin collector or just someone who enjoys searching through your change, this rare penny might just be hiding in plain sight. Let's dive into the fascinating story of the 1998 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny and why it could be worth a fortune. The Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin, or the Lincoln penny as it's often called, was first introduced in 1909 to mark the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, while the reverse originally showcased 2 wheat stalks, earning it the nickname Wheat Penny. The design changed in 1959, but the Lincoln image has remained constant throughout its history. The 1998 penny was a standard issue coin, and like many of its counterparts, it was struck at one of the U.S. Mint facilities. However, the story of the 1998 no-mint mark penny begins with a very rare mistake. Typically, pennies minted in Philadelphia do not bear a mint mark, while those from other locations like Denver or San Francisco do. But in 1998, a series of errors led to some Philadelphia pennies being produced without a mint mark at all. But why does this mistake make the coins so valuable? It's simple: rarity equals value. Most of the 1998 pennies were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, and they were meant to carry the P mint mark. However, a handful of these coins were mistakenly left without any mint mark, and this error made them incredibly rare. The U.S. Mint quickly realized the mistake and corrected it, so only a small number of these error coins made it into circulation. Let's talk about how you can identify a genuine 1998 no mint mark penny. The coin is made from a copper-plated zinc material, and it weighs 2.5 grams, just like any other standard penny. Its diameter is 19 millimeters. On the obverse, you'll see the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln along with the words "In God We Trust" and "Liberty," while the reverse features the words "United States of America" and "E Pluribus Unum." The key detail to look for is the absence of the mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. Normally, pennies minted in Philadelphia carry a P mint mark, but on this rare error coin, there's nothing. This is the only real way to confirm that the coin is a genuine 1998 no mint mark penny. Now, you might be wondering why this coin is so valuable. While most pennies are worth just 1 cent, the 1998 no mint mark penny has become highly sought after due to its rarity. Only a few of these error coins have survived in good condition, and that makes them incredibly valuable to collectors. The value of these coins depends on their condition. A well-worn, circulated coin might only be worth a few dollars, but if the coin is uncirculated, it could fetch much more. The most highly valuable versions are those that are in near mint or certified mint condition. In fact, a certified 1998 no mint mark penny has been known to sell for as much as $867,000 in a recent auction. But what does a coin need to be worth that much? Coins that are certified by professional grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) can reach incredibly high prices. In an auction setting, a certified 1998 no mint mark penny in perfect condition can command jaw-dropping sums. In fact, one such penny recently sold for $867,000, making it one of the most valuable pennies ever sold. So, what makes this coin so rare? The answer is simple: it's an error. When the mint was striking the 1998 pennies, some of them were produced without the mint mark. The fact that only a small number of these coins exist, especially in uncirculated or certified mint condition, makes them highly desirable to collectors. You may be wondering, could I have one of these rare pennies in my own change? The answer is, it's possible. While the odds are slim, if you have a keen eye and some patience, it's not entirely out of the question to come across one of these rare coins. If you do, you could be holding a piece of history worth a small fortune, and remember, it's not just the 1998 no mint mark penny that can be valuable. There are many other rare and valuable pennies out there, so be sure to check your change carefully. So, what can you do if you find a 1998 no mint mark penny? First, don't spend it. Take it to a coin dealer or get it certified by a professional grading service to determine its value. If it turns out to be one of the rare ones, you could be in for a very nice surprise. If you're a coin collector or just someone who's curious about the treasures hiding in your pocket change, be sure to subscribe to this channel. We'll keep you updated on all the rare coins that might be sitting right under your nose, just waiting to be discovered. Take a few moments to check your pennies, who knows? You might be holding onto a coin worth far more than you ever imagined. And as always, thanks for watching and happy collecting.